Joy Behar is by far one of the most obnoxious and arrogant women on The View. She went on a tirade, seriously, naming herself as one of the most important people in America right now, and you will be shocked as she also screamed, "I'm on the right side of things." Joy Behar believes our country cannot do without her. For one reason that will blow your mind, and you'll love how the audience delivers a brutal smackdown she won't forget. Late-night hosts like Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert have used their platforms to voice their leftist political agenda. Instead of entertaining us, they chose to lecture us as if they are the moral conscience of America. When discussing comedians using their airtime to talk about Obamacare or gun control, Joy Behar decided she would share her views. Behar was defending Harvey Weinstein in a roundabout way. She attacked Rose McGowan, one of the first actresses to come forward. Joy didn't like that Rose did not appreciate certain jokes from anyone on the Weinstein situation. Behar took that as a challenge and laid into Miss McGowan. Then she let all of us know just how darn important she is to every American. Considering herself a top comedian, Behar said, "We, comedians, are on the right side of things. The comedians are there to say the emperor has no clothes. We're important people right now. So, I don't know why attack comedians." Behar really is delusional. She went on to explain people like her are very important to Americans right now because they are the voice of reason and fairness and common sense. Is she for real? Sadly, yes. Apparently, that was no joke. She was as serious as she can be, and this elitism mentality within the Hollywood crowd is astounding. As Twitchy reported, Joy wants us all to know how important she is, folks. And she wonders why we attack so-called comedians like her. What an incredibly elitist attitude, that we little people shouldn't hold them accountable because they're supposedly funny. Maybe if they'd actually focus less on lecturing Americans and more on just telling jokes. Looking at you, Jimmy and Kathy. Comedians were far too busy smooching up to Barack Obama to pretend to be important for the last 8 years, silly. But, now that Trump is president, all the liberal morons in the media comes out of the woodwork, where they have been snoozing, going to parties for Obama and congratulating themselves on how important they are. Now they are awake, and they are utilizing every dirty trick to hurt our president. Well, Americans across the country have had enough. Those who heard Behar's nutty opinion about her greatness and importance had something to say, as social media lit her up. It seems most Americans don't see it the way Joy does. In fact, if ratings tell us anything, Americans are pretty pissed off at the late-night hosts and the NFL. As Joy droned on, it should be noted that former Fox host Meghan McCain sat there and did not say a word. McCain is supposed to be the new conservative voice on The View's panel, yet she sat there and let Joy spew utter nonsense. How easy would it have been to put idiot Joy in her place? By looking at the one-liners on Twitter, it didn't take a rocket scientist to make Joy look like a fool. However, we all know Meghan McCain is there to sit still, shut up, and nod her head whenever Joy or Whoopi say anything. That's the role of a conservative on The View. Jedediah Bilo was fired for actually having an opinion, and it was dear Meghan McCain, not the sharpest pencil in the box, who replaced her. Well, Joy Behar is having a tantrum. Somewhere. She's wondering how dare those Trump supporters tell her she doesn't matter. At least she is good for one thing. We can laugh at her nonsense. No one in their right mind would ever find anything else she says funny.